call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Spillman. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it here. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names, so many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
It's complete.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Georgia! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. To the air, it's Burks. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll try the run. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
Makes his man miss. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
Into the secondary. Touchdown, Dogs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Burks. Rushes on him. Crosses the 35. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're testing the right side here. Breaks into the open. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this for...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The give on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Burks. Good timing on the quick out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Here we go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Finding open areas. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Receiver on the move gets the touchdown. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Dogs are flying down the field. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to take off. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
To the air, it's Burks. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the running back. Finds a little space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. The first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence. Into third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Nice move there.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Got his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, when you... the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
He'll pull it on the read. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really good job by... first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call the... plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now he's looking to throw it. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And this will throw incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think. Ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can. Or the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Taking it the other way. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Looking to fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Got his man quickly. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Razorbacks buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the...
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give on the inside. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The RPO fired complete to the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to the big tight end. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. RPO complete to open the drive. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. It doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. The throw. A strike downfield. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Ball is free. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Big man has it, it's a first down and more. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Dropping back, it's Burks. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
The give as they work on that clock. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit them up top. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Finds his target down the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to throw, it's Burks. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's got him this time. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
It's caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Throwing right. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the D deny them on second and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Steps away. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Back to throw, it's Burks. Plucks it out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And he's just going to spike it. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Burks. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. A strong,